This is not just another Hollywood tale. This is the unexpected rise of Ella Beatty. Yes, the daughter of icons Warren Beatty and Annette Bening, but a name you'll soon know not for her bloodline, but for her raw, unfiltered, breakout brilliance. When Elle Fanning abruptly exited the Broadway production of Appropriate to chase a big, fancy film role, a complete unknown, it sent shockwaves through the theater world. The cast was rattled, especially Sarah Paulson, who would go on to win the Tony Award for that very play. But behind the curtain, a casting crisis was boiling. In walks a 24-year-old with movie star lineage but zero ego, Ella Beatty. No one expected what came next. Paulson and co-star Michael Esper sat through audition after audition until Ella. The moment she left the room, they looked at each other and said, "It's got to be her." Let that sink in. Sarah Paulson, Broadway royalty, had no idea who Ella's parents were. "My estimation of you as a performer had nothing to do with that," she admitted later. The sheer honesty of that moment? Goosebumps. But here's where things get even juicier. Enter Hugh Jackman. Yes, Wolverine himself, the Hollywood powerhouse, the musical theater phenom. And guess who he handpicked to co-star with him in a provocative two-hander titled Sexual Misconduct of the Middle Classes? That's right, Ella Beatty. A controversial, emotionally charged play about power dynamics between a lecherous professor and his impressionable student. And Ella? Holding her own, scene after scene, next to one of the most celebrated men in entertainment history. And not just holding her own, dominating. Paulson, after watching the opening night performance, couldn't hold back. She said she levitated out of her seat. Not figuratively. Literally. That's the level of awe we're talking about here. And Ella? She's still stunned herself. "I've thought about how important it is to maintain a certain amount of awe for Hugh because it's in the play," she admitted. But let's rewind, because this story isn't just about talent. It's about legacy, insecurity, and truth. Sarah Paulson asked the question on everyone's mind. Did Ella ever want to drop the last name? Did she ever want to hide the fact that she was born into cinematic royalty? Her answer? No. No shame. No hesitation. Just honesty. "I do feel a kind of responsibility towards an artistic legacy that I don't feel ashamed of." That's courage. And yet, there's a deep humility in her words. Ella admits she didn't even work professionally until she left Juilliard. She thought everyone played make-believe as a kid. She wasn't chasing fame, she was living art. Her first real break came with Feud, Capote vs. The Swans, but it was Appropriate that changed her life. That whirlwind casting, that fast-tracked rehearsal on the Broadway stage, that live-wire bond she formed with Sarah Paulson, it wasn't just acting. It was alchemy. And the chemistry? You could write a whole play about that friendship alone. "We fell in love doing Appropriate," Sarah said. "Artistically and personally, it was magical." They bonded over lip liner, astrology, and a mutual fire sign energy, Aries and Sagittarius, for the curious. But beneath the giggles, there's grit. Ella Beatty isn't some spoiled starlet writing her last name. She's studying the greats, reflecting on emotional truth, and confronting uncomfortable themes night after night, live on stage. No takebacks. No filters. Just vulnerability. She described her new role as a character who feels like her best friend. "I'm not a good liar," she says. "I have a hard time not being totally earnest." That honesty, that emotional nakedness, is what sets her apart. It's also why Paulson openly admits, "I don't know if I was ever as good at your age as you are now." And then came the curveball question from Paulson. "Do you think you're attracted to unapologetic characters because you're a person who takes such tremendous care in real life?" Ella, with a laugh, fires back. "My Venmo is open, thank you for the compliment." But Paulson wasn't kidding. Ella is a paradox. Tender, but fierce. Earnest, yet daring. A Beatty, but totally her own. As she continues performing opposite Hugh Jackman in one of the most daring plays on the New York stage, one thing's clear. This isn't nepotism. It's a breakout. It's a phenomenon. It's the arrival of a new theatrical force. And if you blink, you might just miss the rise of Broadway's next queen. So the next time someone tells you the children of celebrities have it easy, tell them about Ella Beatty. Tell them about the risk, the heart, the hustle. Because Ella's not living in her parents' shadow. She's casting her own. Stay tuned. The stage just got a little brighter.